What's up guys, it's Average Joel making average content for the average viewer, and yes, I am back making content. I have taken a little over a week off, and that is literally just because Call of Duty content at the moment is about as dry as a nun's. So anyway, I'm not here today to talk to you guys about Call of Duty. In fact, I want to talk to you guys about the other franchise that I hold extremely dear to my heart that I really plan on doing a lot more content on in the future. As some of you may know, I did actually start this channel on Battlefield 5 and then move towards Modern Warfare when Battlefield 5, well, we all know the story with what happened there. Now in the background of today's video, I do apologise, there will be some Battlefield gameplay, but as I'm sure a lot of you know from my previous videos, I'm currently in the progress of learning mouse and keyboard, so if you're expecting to see some real high tier Battlefield plays, honestly, just give me a few months. I'm really not that great on mouse and keyboard, and because of that, I probably don't have that many clips, so there will be some Warzone clips thrown in there for good measure. So today I want to talk about Battlefield 6 and some of these leaks and rumours that we keep hearing about. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems like every single day I'm looking through Twitter and Facebook and I'm seeing these new massive flashy headlines about Battlefield 6 and these new features that are coming with Battlefield 6 and the supposed leaks that we are hearing. However, I just want to say that I am absolutely sick and tired of this clickbait bullcrap. For example, today I see a picture on my Twitter feed from BF6HQ, a little known Twitter account that seems to be following quote unquote Battlefield 6 news. Now, this post reads this: report, not official, but this looks very sick. What if Battlefield 6 is set in the future like year 2030 to 2100? Hashtag Battlefield 6. I honestly want EA and EA DICE to go full throttle with a futuristic Battlefield game. It's been a long time since it happened. Now, this in itself isn't such a bad thing, and a lot of the times these things are posed as pure speculation or, as this says, not official. My problem is with these big gaming news outlets making these horrendous clickbait titles on their poorly crafted and poorly written articles that seem to suggest things are coming as fact. For example, a couple weeks ago it was all over the internet that apparently Battlefield 6 was going to copy Modern Warfare, and that was the headline on so many different news articles, and I saw it plastered everywhere, and every single person in the comments was like, oh my god, I hate Call of Duty, why would Battlefield copy them, what are they doing, what are they thinking, this is going to ruin Battlefield 6. And it isn't until you actually click and give them the satisfaction of clicking on the goddamn article that you fully realise what these guys actually mean. In this instance, what they meant was whereas Call of Duty Modern Warfare had foregone naming the game Modern Warfare 4 and had simply called it Modern Warfare, apparently this is what Battlefield 6 is going to do. So they're only copying Modern Warfare in a sense that instead of Battlefield 6, it might be called Battlefield. That's the news. That is the news that these guys are clickbaiting us into. And the problem is, all of these things accumulate together to a point where we are no longer going to have any excitement for the game by the time it releases. We are being fed a lot of bullshit along the way. And in these months that there is hardly anything going on in the gaming sphere, everyone is looking out for these little nuggets of information that we might have. And yeah, partly YouTubers are to blame about this as well, because how many times have you seen someone say something about Battlefield 6 in the thumbnail and think, oh my god, they've finally got news about Battlefield 6. Finally, this one guy with like 6,000 subscribers has been reached out to by EA and has been told some super secret things that even fucking Westy doesn't know. The thing is, I'm super excited for Battlefield 6, and I really wish that I could actually make some genuine content on it right now, but the thing is, I can't make anything other than this video for the time being, because this video is literally explaining my detest for these clickbait bullshit assholes. We have heard so much in the last few years about fake news, and this is the epitome of said fake news. Everywhere you look, from now until the release of Battlefield 6, we're going to see so much widespread bullshit about supposed leaks and fake stuff to do with Battlefield 6. And I really hope that that doesn't detract from the actual excitement and the real announcements that we have to look forward to. My fear is that we will see something that happens within the Call of Duty community every single year. Every single year, the new Call of Duty is known to be coming out in the autumn. I mean, by this point, hearing that Call of Duty is going to release in the autumn is not news. It is no way, shape or form news to anyone, because of course it's going to release this year. And it's going to release next year, and guess what? It's going to release the year after that. But the problem is, every single year, every single summer, in this period now where things go a little bit dry in the gaming community in general, you start to hear these speculation pieces, and these people start saying all of this bullcrap, and they start hyping up pure fallacy. They start hyping up pure fallacy about these games, and guess what? When these games eventually do get announced or they get released, a lot of people are disappointed. The issue is, and this is a massive issue, is that if a game releases and it is disappointing and the player base hop off that game, guess what? There is no incentive for the developers to keep supporting that game. We saw it with Battlefield 5, which, to be fair, did have its own host of problems, but after the player base went, they completely lost all support for the game, and as a result there has been no new content in that for nearly 6 months now. And more recently, as I'm sure a lot of you guys will know, we have seen the same happen with Black Ops Cold War. The same thing has happened where people got overhyped for it before it came out, myself included, because I listened to the leaks and I thought that it might just be an amazing game, which, spoiler alert, it fucking isn't. But then ultimately when the game comes out and the player base is disappointed with it, and then they fall off the game and they no longer play it, then guess what? The developers no longer keep up support for that game. But the problem is with Battlefield is, I think by this point it's pretty fair to say that we should expect a fairly rocky start. I mean, no game is perfect on release these days, God, I know that more than anyone. But if you look at Battlefield 1, that game released pretty well, but if you look at its predecessor Battlefield 4, that was a hot steaming pile of shit when it released, and it wasn't until about 6 months later that it became the phenomenon that it is today. And this is what we need from Battlefield. We need it to give this breathing room after it comes out so that it can work out all of its kinks and all of its inevitable bugs so it can become the game that we all want it to be. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want it to be futuristic, because I think maybe that there is some cool things to do with that, but what I'm saying is, when you see these leaks and you see these rumours, just take it with a pinch of salt and don't let it build your hopes up too much, because ultimately we could all be disappointed if we look too much into any of these leaks. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this really, and don't get me wrong, as soon as May comes around and we see a Battlefield 6 reveal trailer, I'm going to be hopping on this like crazy. I'm honestly craving this game so bad, and I cannot wait for it to be revealed and eventually released. But I just want you guys to know that in the meantime, when you see these clickbait articles, don't give them your time of day. Don't give them the satisfaction of clicking on it, because 9 times out of 10 it is going to be fake news and it is going to be bullshit. Just go into these things with a bit of caution about you. Anyway, for those of you who have watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. For you, what do you think would be the absolute best setting for Battlefield 6? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.